Hey YouTube, Red Eyes 115 here, bringing you another deck review from Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. So let's go check this deck out and see what we got. Okay, sorry, I was actually looking at rewards before I did this, but anyway, as you know, since I did the Swarming Chaos deck review that I came up with in Duel Links, uh, I actually been working on another deck, trying to get replays, trying to balance it back out, because just a few, well, at this point, I believe months or weeks ago, we actually had got a new ban list which threw off the balance of that deck. Let me see if I can find where that ban list is, or if it's been removed already. Yeah, it's already been removed, but we had a ban list that hit two cards that would have made this deck a lot more consistent, a lot more better, which was Grass That's Greener and Charge of Light Brigade. Now I tried doing different builds of the deck to get a balance of it, but let's head over to the deck, check it out for what it is now versus what you're going to see in the replays. Now, as you can see, this is a Thunder Dragon deck, which I'm calling Thunder Chaos or Chaos Thunder, either way. But this deck right here, like before, it does uses the Lightsworn engine, and there's only a few situations where the deck is actually completely dead and you're not going to literally be able to do a lot of things with the deck. And the only time you're going to end up having a dead hand, and if you end up with a duo, a roar, or both your roars, Hawk and Chaos Dragon Vivineer off the back. If you end up with a hand like that, then you most likely not going to be able to play, because if once it goes to your opponent's turn, they're going to get to popping off. It really doesn't matter what archetype it is. Like, if they don't finish you in their turn, you're just hoping you can possibly draw into a bacon or draw into one of your chargeable light gates to melt out a light and a dark so you can start popping off. But let's get over and talk about the good things about the deck. Now, most of the times when I actually have a good hand in the deck, it normally consists of at least one Raiden, one Charge, occasionally the Galaxy Cyclone. Sometimes I get Levine off the back, and sometimes I get Duo or either a Lumina off the back. These are all goods. Basically, the main thing you do want to get milled out of the deck the most is your Bacon, at least one Thunder, and a Raiden if you can. Because basically you're trying to mill Raiden out, or at least one copy of him with your chargeable Light Brigade. Go into Lumina, use Lumina's effect, discard possibly one of your Thunder Dragons, and then go into Fortune Lady Every if it's in a situation where she's good. Because back in the day, Every was good in Duel Links, but now because we got Karma Cut and a lot more ways to deal with her, she's kind of less consistent, if I can say, compare how she used to be. She's still a very powerful card. It's just people know how to play around her really well. But besides that, what you're going to see one of the replays that I recorded with this particular build of the deck, sometime if your opponent does just stack up against you because you start out with a bad hand, or you just wasn't able to do anything that well, you have Black Rose Dragon here, and not just accidentally took something out the deck. But you have Black Rose Dragon here, and basically what I was able to do, which you, like I said, you're gonna see in the replay, is summon Black Rose Dragon with the Raiding and the Lumina, and wipe the board with Black Rose Dragon effect, which is once it's summoned, it destroys itself, wipe the field, and then I was able to combo off of that with Thunder Dragon Duo, and even get Leviathan out off of that board wipe and go in for game. So yeah, this deck is really offensive heavy, but it just really depends on all the mills that you can get. Now, basically Duo is your ace card because you do not want to really mill him out. You can mill one, but if you mill both, then you're kind of risking the consistency of the deck. Because if you don't know if Duo does survive the following turn, you can take one of your banished cards and recycle it back into the deck to prevent a deck out. Which is also why he's in here too, Dawn Knight. Because if you mill your Dawn Knight, he can throw one light monster in your graveyard back into the deck. So that means you can recycle something in for him getting milled out. And the main reason I like Galaxy Cyclone is because there are a lot of decks that uses like face-up spells, face-up traps, or continuous spells and traps. And so when this card is milled out by the effect of, well, Raiden or your chargeable life brigade, this is still not a dead card. You basically get to go ahead and destroy one of your opponent's continuous field spells, well, continuous traps, and destroy it. So if one of your monsters are locked down with chains, then you can use this from the graveyard, banish it, destroy it. And on top of that, your Thunder Dragon duo can actually recycle this spell card. So your opponent's gonna get spammed with this spell card and a Thunder Dragon deck. And once again, I would be running a card called Golden Sarcophagus, because that is the current card that's most, well, it's just called Gold Sarcophagus, but most Thunder Dragon decks run. But since we are running more Charge of the Light Brigades, it's kind of out. Because I have tried testing this deck with no charges and just using the other Light Sworn card, which is the Solar Recharge. But Solar Recharge is less consistent to me than Charge of the Light Brigade. Like, yeah, you get to draw 2, mill 2, but if we don't have a Light Sworn to mill, in the sense Raiden is our main miller for the deck, it's just kind of like not really worth it to run Solar Recharge. Even though you're saving 2 of your cards from being milled out, that's the one benefit. But most of the time, we are not starting off with a Raiden in our hand. So that's part of the reason why Charge of the, well, not Charge of the Light Break, but Solar Recharge is not ran the deck at the moment for me. And then I also tried dropping the bacon, putting Kiteroid in and running 2 of these, but that just made the deck really less consistent, especially since we're going with 20 cards. Because I tried it at 30, it just mainly ended up with me breaking with how many high levels I had and not being able to mill because we have a small amount of Light Swarms. But for the most part, this is the deck. Oh, I also almost forgot about to talk about Assault Blackwing Onimaru. Now, like I was saying, sometimes I am able to just go into these guys real easy, which is the Diviner and Duo. But if I get into a situation where they get nerfed or either I just need an extra attack because I went to Leviathan and I just was using him for his popping effect, I usually will follow up with a Raiden, synchro into our Assault Blackwing Omnimaru, and then attack in to just make sure I can get the game. And that's okay because, of course, originally if Duo does destroy a monster on our field, we get banished something in our graveyard, which Leviathan is usually the target for this effect if I happen to bail him out. And basically, when it gets to our opponent's turn, if Duo does live to see a sequel, we get our Leviathan back and we're able to use this effect again. So this deck have a lot of recyclability and a lot of good uses. But anyway, I was going to end the video here. Going to let y'all check out some replays I had with different builds of the deck that I thought that combo and plays were good. But anyway, I'll see you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.
Go! Fine. Duel! My turn. I set a monster. I end my turn. Here I go! Make your move. Draw. With that, I end my turn. I draw. From my hand. I activate. Join me. I activate my monster's effect. I activate my monster. I end my turn. Here I go! Make your move. Here goes! I activate my monster's effect. I activate my monster. Come on out! I activate my monster's effect. Here goes! Time, here I go. I end my turn. Not over. If you don't shape up, your next turn will be your last. I activate my monster's effect. Destroy the darkness! hands!
Did you really think you could beat the best of the best?
You know my ability.
Duel disc!
I only allow the finest duelist. Duel. Time. I set a card. I set a card. I set a card. I set a monster. I end my turn.
It's I draw. I'll set a monster. I set a card. I end my turn.
Time to make my move. Draw. Well now. My monster's effect. I hope you're ready. I special summon a monster. I activate a face down card.
Now,
My trap
here's my set
activates.
card.
I end my
Okay.
turn.
It's up. Come on now. I'm summoning a
Just
monster.
as-
I activate my monster.
I
Let's
flip
go.
over my.
I
You did
special
exactly
summon a
what
mon-
I've
I
time
end
to
my
make
turn.
my move. My turn. Draw. I set a card. I end my turn.
Okay. It's my turn. I draw. That brings my turn to an end.
Draw. Let the fun begin. My monster's effect activate. My monster's effect activates. I'd like you to meet my monster. I synchro summon a monster. My monster's effect activate. Prepare yourself. I tag
won't
you
let
with a
you.
monster.
Let's go. I special summon a
I
monster.
activate a face down card. I end my
Okay.
turn.
It's I draw. I activate my monster's effect. I activate my monsters. I'll play this. Battle. Oh yeah. That brings my turn to an end.
Time to make my move. Draw. I'd like you to meet my monster. My monster's effect. Let the fun begin. Hope you're ready. I synchro summon a monster. Let's back. Prepare yourself. I end my
Okay.
turn.
It's I draw. Let's go. I activate my monsters. I activate my monsters effect. I activate my monsters. You got this. I'll play this. Let's. Here I go. Here I go.
I have. Oh! Oh no! I've lost.
You're throwing in the towel already?
I no longer need the strength of my curse. This mark was the cause of all my suffering.
Duel! Okay, it's my turn. I'll set a monster from my hand. I'm activating a spell card. I set a card. That brings my turn to an
My
end.
turn. I draw. I'll set a mark. I'll end my turn.
My turn. I draw. Come on now. I activate my monster's effect. You got this. You got this. I'll synchro summon a monster.
Now's my
No
chance.
way.
Ah!
I'm flipping over my set card. You got this. Battle. Oh yeah. My monster
I
attack.
knew you'd do. What shall I do? Don't think so. I activate
end my turn.
It's my turn. I draw. I'll set a card. I'll set a monster. Glow up bulb's effect activates. I summon glow up bulb. I activate my monster's effect. I activate my monster's effect. Now, I synchro summon a monster. I activate my monster's effect.
As if. I activate my monster's effect.
Here I go. Here goes. I attack
won't
with my
let you.
monster. I end my
It's
turn.
my turn.
This
I
feels like
draw.
bad
From
news.
my hand. I'm activating the spell card. I activate my monster's effect. Let's go. I activate my monster's effect. Come on now. You got this.
in me, but I let them down.
Oh, yeah! I win! I'll take you on.
Very well. Let us be duel. Prepare yourself. My turn. I set my card face. I set my card. I set my card face
I
down.
won't let you. I activate my monster's effect.
That ends
My
my
turn.
turn.
I draw. I'll set a card. I set a card. You got this. I'm summoning a monster.
Look upon your judgment. And now,
I activate
I
my
special
monster.
summon a
I
monster.
activate my monster's effect.
Tiki Soul, bear witness. Come out. Behold. My continuous trap
I
activates.
end my
You're
turn.
falling into my trap. Draw. And now, I synchro summon a monster. Tiki Soul, your trouble. A new Popeye continuous trap activates.
Here's my
battle.
set card.
I'll cut you
I
down.
activate a continuous trap.
My monster attacks. I attack with Tiki Soul. I end my turn.
This ain't going great. I draw. From my hand, I'm activating a spell card. Come on now. I activate my monster's effect. Come on now. I activate my monster's effect. I activate my monster's effect. I activate my monster's effect. Come on now. I special summon a monster. I'll battle. Here I go. I attack my monster.
How much more
I end my
punishment
turn.
are you willing to take? My turn. I draw. I set my card. I set my monster face down.
As if.
I end
This
my
ain't
turn.
going great. My turn. I'll set a monster. Let's battle. Here I go. Attack. Go. I end my turn.
How much more punishment are you willing to take? I draw. I set my card face
As
down.
if. I activate my
I end
monster's.
my
This
turn.
ain't going great. I draw. I activate my monster's effect.
Look upon your doom. Your and now, I special summon a monster.
I activate my monster's effect.
Look upon your judgment. There's no escaping from its rage. I activate my trap. Embodiment of Apophis. You took the bait. My continuous trap activates.
I set a monster. Let's go. I activate my monster's effect.
Abandon
I end
all
my
hope
turn.
of defeat. I draw.
Now, I activate my
I
monster's
end
effect.
my turn.
This is bad. I draw. Come on now. I activate my monster's effect. Battle. Go. I attack you directly.
Wow!
Here I go.
I can't endure
Direct
this.
attack.
I have lost.
You won't defeat me. Not now, not ever.
A duelist's job is to give life to their cards.
I did things to you that I regret and can't take back.
To convince Callan that it's all a big misunderstanding, I must face him head on.
Duel. My turn. I'll play this. I summon a monster. I activate my monster. I activate my monsters. I end my turn.
It's my turn.
Now what will you
I
do?
draw. I set a card. From my hand. I know what to do. I summon a monster. I activate a field spell. I activate my monster's effect. I'm counting on you. I summon a monster. I'll set a card. Battle. Go! My monster attacks. Go! My monster attacks you directly. I end my turn.
What does fate have in store? I draw. I activate a spell. Appear. I activate my mon. Come out. I special summon a mon. I activate my monster's effect. Come out. I activate my mon. I set a card. Appear. I exceed summon a monster. I activate my monsters of battle. Take this.
I knew you'd try that.
I attack.
I
Take
flip
this.
over my... You're not the only
Attack.
one full of surprises.
I end my turn.
It's my turn. I draw. The tuner monster junk synchro. I know what to do. I synchro summon a monster. Now take this. I attack with my monster.
That was a bad call. Come out. Come. That was a bad call. I activate my
I end
monster.
my
What
turn.
does fate have in store? I draw. Battle. You're a goner. Attack. I activate my
Can't let you
monster's
push me
effect.
around.
Here I go. I activate my monsters. I activate. Take this. I attack you directly. The only thing I have
Your
left in my
power
life is dueling.
It's unbelievable.
I end my turn.
This is the perfect test. I draw. I set a card. I set a monster.
That was a bad call.
I'm not giving up.
My turn.
I end my
I
turn.
draw from my hand. I act back. Here I go. This.
What's wrong with me? This isn't good enough for Callan.
Only you would think of dueling to save me. My darkness may appear to be gone, but it's still with me.
You want to duel me? This'll be entertaining. And short.
Duel! My turn. Come out. I summon a mon. I activate my monster. I activate my monster. I activate my monsters. I end my turn.
You'll regret those moves. I draw. Okay, I'll play this. I set a card. I have no time for jokes. The monster's effect. I end.
My turn. I'll play this. I activate my monster's effect. Appear. I special. Let's bat. Take this. I activate my monster's effect.
Now's my chance. I reveal this.
Here I go. I activate my monster. I end my turn.
You'll regret those moves.
Now what will
I
you
draw.
do?
Scared? You should be. From my hand, I activate. I'm setting a card. Let's bet. Go! I activate an equip spell.
Not so fast. I activate my monster's effect. What does fate have in store for me? It's my turn. I draw. From my hand, I activate a spell. Appear. I summon a monster. I activate my monster's effect. Come out. I'll play this. I synchro summon a monster. Let's bat. Here I go. I attack.
Now's my chance. I flip over
I
my face
activate
down
my
card.
monster. I activate my
trap
monster's effect.
activates.
I end my turn.
Here I go.
Now what will
I
you do?
serve you. Okay, I'll play this. Monster from my hand. Let's finish it. Attack!
Not so fast. I'll play this.
You'll
I
pay.
for fate to deal me a
My
just
turn.
end. I can't just simply lose. It's my turn. I draw. I activate my monster's effect. I activate my monsters effect. Come. Ice battle. You're a god. A direct attack is heading your way.
Ugh! Dumb luck. That's all it was.
The darkness within me has been replaced by light.